talk about to a yoga studio about some of the things I'm going to talk to you about today. But listen, I've been in the wellness space with my wife for a while, and I'm getting my 200 hours. And I've been in marketing for 10 years, and we've been to so many different studios everywhere we've traveled. We've been so many different places, and today I'm going to talk about like literally how you can guarantee making an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month or $5,000 a month as a wellness teacher, whether you're like a yoga teacher, maybe you do sound bowls, maybe you got to mix it with blend. Maybe you're learning how to blend it between you and some people. You got to actually know what you can do. So if you're a service provider, let's kind of talk about the depths of service, right? Especially in the wellness community. So, I got to move to the other screen. So the biggest thing I wanted to talk about is one, if you don't know me, my name is Mark Nudam. We out here. This is my wife. She's the one who actually brought me into this industry. So that's why this picture is symbolic. We were out in Tulum taking photos. We're out there. Fun time. Oh, something popped up. All right. So here's the reality. This isn't no get rich quick scheme. I don't be like, oh, you just get flip it overnight and you're going to get rich. No. You got to really implement some things and really put your life together, honestly, to really be able to do this and to create it on kind of like an autopilot. Like this is for real professionals who are trying to do it. So if you're watching this video, you should definitely take out a pen and pad. You should definitely take a pen and pad out just so that you can take some notes. Because I don't know if I'm going to keep this video up forever. I know I'm doing live right now, but I don't know what I plan on doing. So let's talk about why you actually can't grow your wellness business. Most of the time is like you don't remind people that you exist. That's literally problem number one. Two, you usually only sell low ticket items, like you either sell the classes you are or the place that you work, and that's literally all you offer. That's usually problem number three. And then number three is technical difficulty. No platform you work with is really trying to work with you or doesn't give you the marketing as well as the implementation to build yourself a business, right? They don't really do that. So let's talk about this solution, right? To your number one problem is that you need to text and email people, period. Like to just let you know you exist. You can be motivational. You don't have to be a salesperson. You can be very salesy, but just to let people know you exist, especially if you're a healer or wellness or you're trying to bring people to your practice consistently, they have to be reminded it's top of mind marketing, right? Because the world is full of distractions, okay? So they're getting text messages all week to party. They're doing all sorts of things. So whatever is on top of their mind, they're usually going to take action on. All right. So one thing I always say to my wife when we're working is like, yo, you got to become an aggressive healer, right? You got to compete with everybody else that wants them to do everything else that they don't want to do besides doing your wellness course or your practice or whatever else that you're offering, right? You got to continuously put them in the process. You need a process to keep continuously reminding people. And if people want to jump off the process, that's up to them. But you are actually here to bring people from one step to another, and you got to put them on a process to get there, okay? So the next thing you got to realize, and that's what you got to realize, is you should write this down. I need a process. Solution number two, why it's really hard to get rich when you're only selling low ticket products. It's really easy to go broke that way. So you got to build out levels to your products. It's 10 times easier to sell somebody the second time than it is to sell them the first time. It's really easy to upsell somebody. Or I wouldn't say easy, I would say easier. Historically, number-wise, all the sales I've ever done, it's historically easier to sell somebody the second time if they enjoy the first thing they did. It's even easier then, right? So when you have products that you can upsell in positions, it actually makes you a lot more capable of doing some amazing things, and then making some different kind of money at the same time. And that, there we go. I think I adjusted it. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I need to stop that. So yeah, hold on. I don't know if I can. I see next time I should definitely pull up my YouTube. I can't even tell if anybody's on there. I'm really just kind of testing this out too. But reality is this is a real presentation that I've built off of years of now doing research and kind of understanding this marketplace of the yoga space. It's like nobody has the system, so because no one has the system, when you have the system, you're actually taking everything to the next level. So I don't know if this is actually live. It says it's live, but I don't see it. Maybe it is live, maybe it's not. View the channel, let's see. Oh, I am live. It does work. Let's go. That's lit. Okay, so I just had to check that to make sure because we're doing some testing. One, two. All right, testing 1, 2. I'm the only one live on my own stuff. I'm trying to test it out real quick. I like how it's set up. Oh, and it has the Riverside in the corner. It says Riverside Live, marketing with DOMs, screens. I like this. So it's like you really do learn lessons while you're learning. Like, so you gotta do things in the moment, right? So multiple things I'm learning all at one time. You gotta look how things are set up for yourself. You gotta look how you're positioned. You gotta look at all sorts of things, right? So this is me throwing in this new software that I've used a bunch, but I haven't gone live on, definitely not on my YouTube channel, but in a position to be able to connect all the dots and be able to see what's going on. Now, but on the back end, okay, let's get back to you guys, right? Let's get back to yoga's practitioners. Let's get back to people truly understanding what it takes to build their overall business and what that looks like. So I like that. It actually shows me how many people are live here. Oh, and where they're watching from. I like that. So I can remove watermark. I would have had to do that earlier. Okay. So let's talk about this. So the solution is to actually have products that you can upsell. I think a lot of people do not have any products to actually upsell or any other thing to give someone but the only thing they're giving them. It really does make a difference when you have multiple things, when you embody what you call wellness practice. Overall, it gives you opportunities to embody it to multiple people, right? And sell multiple things. Let's get over to this here. So the first thing we talk about with my wife all the time is like, what is your process? Like, I totally misspelled that, which is priceless for me with a double E over here, what are you taking people through a process of? Are they going from classes to your personal yoga? Are they trying to go from classes to workshops? Are you trying to take people from workshops to classes? What are you leading with? And what does that energy flow look like? Wow, I didn't even think about that. As I'm looking in my mind, I'm really just thinking about the flow of your business like a funnel. What about the flow? People just need a home, right? It's like you are the home, right? People need a home. When they need a home in your process, you gotta find out. I'm really thinking that's very interesting. Every time I get a chance to just talk about this, even go over this presentation, I just think about so many things that really just start to blow my mind in the energy level. You got to create the energy. The energy. The energy you can give others, right? That's interesting. All right, that was dope. I know I can go live when you're, I will be going live. Probably my kids will be running around. We'll be talking about a few things, but I'm just excited to talk about this. Let's do this real quick. So just so you guys get the edge right here, okay? So solution number 2 to build, you need multiple levels of products. You need to level mountain prices, right? Transformation is not just part of who you become, but it's also part of what you've already had. And what I mean by that is there's so many internal things that I'm going to tell you that has cost me so much money, but at the same time has really get me to understand a lot. And I'm trying to break it down, right? It means it's one part physical and one part mental, but that doesn't mean the body. That means we can mean the environment is physical. The environment is what we believe in our paradigm is physical, which you can control and create paradigms within people's mindsets and leave that, where it's just like the smell, right? Around the world, people pay millions of dollars. I think it's like a couple different businesses have that smell when you walk into business and you kind of just have it. You think it's the food, but actually they actually paid a bunch of money to have a smell that reminds you and triggers you as you're eating the same food that they plan on making addictive for you, just depending on what it is. But that doesn't mean it has to be addictive. It could be anything. That's why the smell sage is most likely in the wellness practice space is like really, really popular. Okay. So on the other side, we're looking at the same reason why there's great creators that say the same exact thing on the intro, because it's triggering the same things like a sound or a tune. Wow, that's getting me. I'm really looking at how to think about this now because, man, I want to go through this. If you're watching this video, I'm gonna doing this video again, and I'm gonna be adjusting the presentation. That's exactly why I shot this. It really did touch me into how I'm supposed to tune into this a little bit. Because I'm about to go do a pitch right now on building something, and I was really just thinking what that looks like. And let's get things intertwined. It gotta be like, it's gotta move. It's gotta sound. It's gotta flow. You know? It's gotta flow. All right, I'll see you guys later. Oh, it was lit. We're gonna stop the flow.